I've actually got nothing to say. I mean, the only actually thing that I've got on my mind is the Thunderstorm Asthma thing again. I never heard of Thunderstorm Asthma before. But I can tell you, like, ever since that night, my breathing has been way worse. To the point where I'm like, the last medicine that I wanted to get rid of, which was the puffer thing, I've been using that like not non-stop, but so much. Like, that's something I very rarely use. It's like if I smoke too much or something, I have it, but I don't even have it on me. Now it's on me. This week it's been on me, and it's weird and out of character, and something's, so I'm like, either it's something to do with the thunderstorm asthma, like something in the air that is attached itself to my lungs and it's getting affected, or it's a mind thing. Like once something comes into your mind, you are aware of it and therefore you can make it worse. Or lack of greens. I have not had enough greens this week. So something in my diet. It's a mystery I need to solve, because I can't continue like this. I'm always improving. So, the fact that I've worsened since that night, the mystery needs to be solved. So if I can increase my Chlorella and Spirulina, and maybe even my Wheatgrass, but definitely like spinach or Silverbeet or Kale, broccoli, any kind of greens that are good for cleaning out the lungs, especially if they are inflamed from whatever occurred that night. Like, it's really kind of pointless looking at conspiracy, what's in the air, blah blah blah, because whatever is in the air, it's in the air now. Like, what the focus needs to be on is like, well, how can I resolve it now? It is what it is, and now we've got to deal with what is. So I'm looking, I can maybe if I had the herbal teas, because herbal teas are very anti-inflammatory, plus they can, some of the ones that I've got are good for lungs, are good for cellular regeneration and cellular health in general, immune boosting, blah blah blah. What can I do, knowing that something ain't right? I'm not the only one affected. Nearly so many more people are affected. People who don't normally get, don't even have one, are going to chemists to get one. Something to de-inflame their lungs. So something's happening. Either something's going around, or something's in the air. I had never heard of thunderstorm asthma before. Yeah, so 4 people have died. So that, I don't know, for me it's either, like just a fluke. It's just weird. Like, if the thing hasn't happened in 20 years, I did notice like a conspiracy theory video about it, and when you've never heard of something in your life and all of a sudden people are talking about it, I'm like, but I've had chronic asthma my entire life, and I've never heard of thunderstorm asthma, ever. Not even 20 years ago. And what I did when I found out there was such a thing is, like, I'm like, okay, well, I'll research it a bit. Found a wiki on it, found a couple of articles on it, and then I just sort of went, oh, okay, must be a thing, and added it to my little library of, okay, thunderstorm asthma must be a thing. And my spring thunderstorms, seeds dispersing kind of thing, like just having that in my awareness too, I was like, well, yeah, I can make thunderstorm asthma believable in my reality. It's just, I'd never heard of it before, and I'd spent my entire life in hospital because of asthma. You'd think that I, of all people, would have heard of it before. Not saying that anything I haven't heard of must be a lie, just given the fact that, like, asthma was and since I've been healed, I haven't had any need to have concern that my lungs have been deteriorating since I've got healthier. In fact, like this really reminds me of the days when I was, first started working and I couldn't breathe and I couldn't talk and all that kind of stuff. Although I could talk. I'm going to edit out my coughing, but I've been coughing all the way home. It could be still mold in the van too. It could be something in the van that's causing this. This is another thing. Could be the van, could be the thunderstorm asthma, could be conspiracy, could be lack of greens, poor diet, and all in the head. And so my focus is add greens, add supplemental greens as well, because that means that I'm getting 10 times the chlorophyll, which will carry away the bad guys a little bit faster so that I can see whether I'm on the right track. Herbal teas and focusing on health. I would be a little bit pissed off if they've started to deliberately poison Melbourne, considering everyone I love lives here and I live here. The fact that my next door neighbour had an ambulance that night, and the people I talk to, they're all affected. Not every single person I'm talking to is affected, but people that I talk to are affected. It's not something far away. It's not other people. It's people in my life that are affected, and I'm like, this is just odd, But because people in my life are affected, that suggests to me to take away the whole the van thing, the smoking thing, the mind thing. But then the mind thing could be everybody as well. We tend to believe mass beliefs. The conspiracy video that I watched is just as not, it's not like he has any reputable, research behind him or anything. He's just guessing, just as I am. It's like, what's up with that? But so I'm not taking that as it was interesting that I thought conspiracy. I thought something was up. And then I did the research and I thought, oh, okay, no, it's actually a thing, and I made it okay in my head. And then I found the conspiracy video, which made me doubt again, maybe I was right the first time to think that there was some kind of something not right. Anyway, bye.